What?
Oh. Hi, Charles. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, Elaine.
How are you? Robin made me her co-host once. Well, it's gone. The name's gone. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Robin coming in.
Yeah, she made me like a co-host to her thing when we were doing the stuff for the Cal Poly students. And when I came on right now, I was Robin Harris. I'm like, okay. I don't know what happened. I came on right now because I'm like, I want to make sure that I'm in the meeting because yesterday I had issues. Today I had issues joining your meeting, and then I tried to do it by phone and I couldn't do it by phone either. So I don't know what happened, but I'm glad that I'm here right now.
You still show up as Robin Harris.
Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of that. So don't ask me to do it. There's a place with settings, I guess. Where?
Go in.
She said,
go to participants.
I'll do that.
And then does Robin come up?
Yeah.
So then go and then click
Rename.
on more.
I see where it says more and rename. More.
Right. Yeah. And then click on rename.
But
then you can change it.
I'm clicking on rename and it's not giving me an option to rename though.
Okay, well, I'm going to rename you then. What name do you want? Gina Lola Brigida?
Oh, there, it showed up now.
Oh, did it?
It took a sec to show up the window. Yeah, I'll rename myself.
Okay.
I see that now. And there we go.
There you are.
So yeah, yesterday I had issues. So then I did it by phone and I got in to the OCSD by phone. And then all of a sudden it's like I tried it again on my computer and it worked. But with you, I tried with my phone and it didn't even work. I couldn't get in through the phone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that was a goofy meeting last night.
Yeah, it was something else, wasn't it?
Wait. Oh. Hi, Karen.
Hi, I can't open up the Zoom.
Okay, we'll formally start the November 11th Oceano Advisory Council meeting at 5:31. Dun. First thing on our agenda is the roll call. So Aline Villa, Chair, present. Charles Varney.
Present.
Council Member Lucia Casanova.
Present.
Councilmember April Dury. I know she's here.
Yes. April, you are mute.
And Council.
Sorry, yes, here. Sorry.
Councilmember Karen White.
Yeah, I'm here on phone because I can't open the Zoom meeting. So
Karen, did you go to the link on the homepage of OAC?
No, I'll go back to it and see if I can get it though. I was on the, yeah, I'm on the agenda,
Go to the, I got in through the website. Go in
Me
through the
too.
website.
It's
Go to
really
the
good.
home page. It says click for Zoom meeting here.
Yeah, I'll get to it. I'm coming right there. Oh, I found it. Yeah.
That's how I
Sorry,
do too.
sorry, I just screwed up
No,
as usual.
no issues.
You may have to hang up your phone once you get in.
Shouldn't have to.
Open.
Oh, for the audio feedback.
It's not opening. There we go.
Okay, we can hear you very well. Next on our agenda is a flag salute. Does anybody want to lead the flag salute?
Yes, I will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
The whole
and to the
country,
republic which
Which
it
is
stands,
Stands.
indivisible, with liberty and
all
justice for
creatures
all.
to liberty
all.
for all people.
Okay. Next on our agenda, we have public comment for items not on the agenda. Again, it's items not on the agenda. I don't see any participants besides us. Well, there's 6 participants.
Okay, we see you, Karen.
I don't.
Yay! You made
Okay, hi
it.
Karen.
We-
Okay, being none, we will continue with the next item, and that would be guest reports. We don't have, I don't believe we have anyone here besides ourselves.
We do not.
So we will then go to the review of and approval of minutes. I'll give you 30 seconds or so to review the minutes. You should be able to access them through the link. And then I'll have someone motion to approve.
Aline, when you send out the minutes, do you typically get responses from most of us about like, change this or they look good?
Sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah. Like if there's something wrong with, like, definitely I'll get, like, if there's something wrong with them, I will get feedback.
mhm.
And with the agenda, of course, I get a lot of feedback on the agenda. So can I have someone motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
1 second.
Second,
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
I,
Motion.
abstain.
Passed.
I abstain. I didn't read it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no
I'll
issue.
do better next time.
That's fine, Karen. We can see you, and that's great. I love your earrings.
Thank you.
Okay. Next on our agenda, I just got one new business item, and that would be the Slack item. I've had this on the agenda for a bit, and I think we need to discuss it. Does anyone want to start this discussion on the Slack item?
well, I asked for it, Alina, can I just spend a couple of minutes, be very brief?
Mhm.
This request came from the frustration of having all of those emails back and forth. And for some reason, when I get an email, I feel like I have to respond. I am not the kind of person. If somebody doesn't respond to my emails, I react, or maybe they didn't receive it, whatever. A Slack platform is completely different. People post comments or important information. And it's just really for conversations and discussions also, of course. Somebody says something and I can respond to that as I would do in the mail. But the cool thing is they will always be in there. It's not like in Gmail that there are those huge chains where one doesn't understand anything. The OBC has been using it for about 3 years and it works wonderfully. And believe me, I know it is really easy. I can set it up for the council. You will receive an invitation. You only have to download the app Slack. And there are channels in there. We can set up channels to keep track of our conversations, like UBCA has different channels, beautification, ODSVRA, general, all kind of things. And people post or comment, and everything is in there. We can go back to 2 years ago and we still find the message by so-and-so, nothing gets lost. And I suggested that the OAC has one just for the board members. That's all.
Any further discussion?
Well, I have a question. So what does a notification that there's a new message in Slack? How do I find out about that?
Okay, depending on how you set up your phone. For example, I don't want a notification from Slack or Gmail. It's too much. I want notification for my messages, my texts, so a bubble will appear. I want a notification from my WhatsApp because that's my family in Italy, so a bubble will appear. So it will have a bubble and a sound. You can set up your phone or your.
So I don't want to work on my phone. I want it to work on my computer. How do I get notifications that there's a new message in Slack?
Well, you can work from, you will not get notification on your computer, but you get them on your phone, and then you can access it through your computer if you choose to have the Slack on your phone too. Okay. But on your computer, I don't think you can get notifications.
Well, then, so I don't want to bother with it.
I don't have a phone.
That's too much work.
Why too much work?
Because I have to go through all of these steps and I have to be checking in all the time. And plus it has to be on my phone, and I don't want it on my phone.
No, it doesn't have to be on the phone. It will be on the computer. All you do is open Slack and it will show you the communication. Please.
So I have to proactively open Slack every day, every hour, to see if anybody's said anything that I'm supposed to know about.
Correct.
Okay, so
like
that doesn't really work for me.
Once a day. April.
I was just going to say that from what I was understanding, Lucia saying was notifications would be through your phone. The actual utilization of the program wouldn't only be through your phone. She was just saying you could get a notification that you had received a message, and that notification would come on your phone. I haven't used Slack. I don't know. Like my other office, the Tax Factory, we use a whole system for in-house communication, but it's through online services. So I don't have to have that program open. I'll get an email notification saying you have a new message from Tim, or the group that is the tax side has a message or something. So without knowing Slack, I don't know if that's the case here, but that could be the case where it wouldn't be one more thing that you have to have open to see and go, wait, it's been 3 hours. I didn't know I had a message.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest that, once again, if we came to these things prepared, where we had a report of some sort and we could do a little research on our own to know what to ask, then we wouldn't be here guessing about things we don't even know an answer to. So my suggestion is that we bring it back at the next meeting or the meeting after with actual facts and information where we've all looked at it, decided if it fit our needs or didn't fit our needs, and then discuss it further at that point.
And what would that research be? I mean, April, what kind of report and presentation did you want?
I want to be able to go look it up myself. I thought you were going to come with all this kind of information. So I was waiting to be told what this is, but one question in and we don't even know the answer. So what I think we really could do is Charles could look at what he wanted to look at. I could look at what I wanted to look at. Now, knowing that it's not being presented to us, we should have gone and looked everything up. And then we can come together with knowledge and make a decision as a team versus one person's asking questions, one person doesn't know an answer, one person just sits silently and doesn't say anything, and then we get nowhere anywhere. I'm just as frustrated.
All right, Lucia.
Look, there was only one question, and it was about notifications. And I say, I get a notification if I choose on my phone. And then I can go to my computer if it's already on, click on my Slack icon, and it will show me the new message immediately. So I can
right,
answer that question.
I'm good. I'm good.
I can answer that question, Charles.
Okay, I thought you said that there weren't notifications on the computer.
Excuse me?
I thought you said there were not notifications via computer.
No, once you open Slack, in Slack, it will take you immediately to new messages.
Okay,
And you can open the new messages.
but yeah, okay.
Here's the thing, maybe if, we have time, each of us can look into it and see if it's gonna fit or not. It seems like for right now, people have not looked into it. Lucia's right, it notifies you on the phone. Then we check, I check on the daily basis because I wanna know what LBCA is up to. I don't, maybe if I have time in the evening, whenever. But there probably is a way to set up on the settings to be notified, but I have not looked into it because I have used my phone for notifications. And I look at it on a daily basis anyways, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I want to know what's going on. So maybe we can table this discussion, find out. I'll look into it. Michelle will look into it to see if there is a way. I'm pretty sure there is, because there's notifications. Everybody wants notifications about certain apps, about all apps, all messages from different types
So
of apps.
what do you want me to look into? How do I get notified on my computer that
Yeah.
I have a Slack message?
Yeah. If there's, I'm pretty certain there is a way.
But if child gets okay, that means, okay. I mean, I have it both on phone and computer. So if I see that I have a notification, because my phone is constantly in my hands.
Yeah, so it's the same thing with me. So
But
that's why I haven't looked into
If you don't want to
it.
do that, if you don't want to have it on your phone, okay, then you need to have your computer on. And when it's on, let's see if it notifies you. But that's all the report I have. I mean, Slack is very popular. My son's job platform uses it. It's very easy, in my opinion. I was against it when Cynthia Paula suggested it, and she set it up, and now I completely buy into it. It's just really easy. And I wish you would all look into it. Or my way of doing things is I'm going to set it up and see if you can figure it out.
Mhm.
Karen.
I don't have a phone,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
I have a very small computer.
Okay.
I don't know how much more junk I want on it. So I would not want to store Slack messages from 2 years ago.
Okay.
When I need to save something, I print it out and put it in a folder. What a concept.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So are we done with this topic?
We just table it. We just forget about it. I guess there is not that big as a need as I thought. Fine.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
On the right side of it, we have been doing a lot better with our email messages and also with the,
Good.
how would you say, decorum of it. We're a lot more politer and yeah, and
Okay.
don't talk about unnecessary things on email. So thank you, everybody, for putting that effort into it. We have next on our agenda, old business, the curb gutters and sidewalks is the first topic. I was not able to attend the meeting. Charles, you can take the
Okay.
lead on this.
Well, I don't, I'll give a brief report, and if people have questions, we can talk more about it. There's two topics right now. And I'm going to share my screen because this makes it a lot easier for me to share with you. let's see, maybe I can make this bigger. I don't know if you can see this. So this is sort of the schedule and work plan on the what looks like hopefully will be a $40 million grant proposal to the active transportation group. And you can see that down the bottom line here, the grant is due on June 15th of next year. So, you know, we've got at this point 7.5 months to get it together. And this is a timeline that Jonathan Mance of the Safe Routes Partnership put together. He's the fellow who's providing us with $20,000 worth of technical assistance and coaching to put this together because we're a disadvantaged community. And as you can understand, disadvantaged communities usually don't have the resources to put together grants nor do we have the standing to do that. So he's helping us out, and his organization is helping us out. And this is moving forward. We have we meet every 2 weeks as a the leadership group. I represent OAC. Jonathan represents Safe Schools. Stephen Hamamaike represents SLOCOG, and Andy Stenson represents UCMR School District, and now Kelly Main is representing Cal Poly. We had a meeting on Wednesday, yesterday, with UCMR School, Cal Poly, Safe Route Partnership, and OAC to start figuring out how we can collaborate and coordinate on a lot of the community engagement and the community needs assessment surveys and working in the Oceano Elementary School. And if maybe probably some of you have heard, but you know, the infrastructure bill was passed and signed by President Biden. California is getting, gosh, I think it's $465 billion.
Wow.
So I'm hoping that 40 million of that will trickle down to Oceano. And remember, Biden said that 40% of that money is earmarked for disadvantaged communities. So, and then the big push right now, though, is for the Oceano, the revitalization plan for Oceano Front Street improvements, $1.4 million, although there's been different numbers tossed around, which will, let me see here. So here, basically, we're looking at these 3 big intersections, and a crosswalk over here by Central Market. And I think that there's a 4th intersection in here, but it's not clear. So this at Tapatio restaurant, that intersection there of Beach and 17th, which is weird where Triangle Park is, that's going to be turned into a plaza. And they have already allocated $267,000 for it. What SLOCOG is going to try and do is get more money from the state using this $267,000 as leverage, maybe get $467,000 or $500,000, and then build a Cadillac version of this plaza, which would incorporate Triangle Park and shut down that the street that runs, that piece of the street that runs next to Tapatio. So the focus now is to get people to email SLOCOG, Oceano people to email SLOCOG, and get and tell them that they want the Oceano 15 project to be fully funded. And Aline and I have been working over at Oceano Elementary School, along with Ruth and Bob Montandan were there yesterday, and gathering signatures on petitions. At this point, we have about 30 signatures, most all of them from Spanish surname parents at the school. The response has been overwhelmingly positive from everybody that we've talked to, including the kids. And so I appreciate what all of you have done to help magnify the social media on this, and putting and publicizing the flyer that I think sent around yesterday or 2 days ago. And so that's pretty much the report. I was, since at least I guess half of us were at the OAC meeting I know 4 of us were at the OAC meeting last night. It was disappointing to me that it was not agendized, and it was, and there was a whole lot of mix up and confusion. Obviously, the people that were speaking on OAC were not aware of the 2 different projects, and they had sent in, OAC, the manager said that they had sent in a letter in October of 2020 about this project, which is not true because this project wasn't even out there at this point.
You're saying OAC.
I'm sorry, OCSD.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
OCSD did not, they have not sent a letter in supporting the Oceano 15 project. And they only had one chance to do it. That was last night. I wrote them on October 31st, asking for this to be, to be discussed and get a letter of support, but that never happened. And I couldn't get any kind of decent answer of why it was not agendized, or how you even get something on the agenda. So that's pretty much that's the report there. I'll stop sharing my screen, and if there's any questions or discussion.
Go ahead, Lucia.
Yes, Charles, please clarify for me. Now, I had these, I've heard that you mentioned 3 different projects. One is the curbs and gutters and sidewalks. One is project 15, and one is the word the revitalization, which to me is something that we addressed already last year. And that, so how, okay, and now it seems like you addressed them all. How do they relate? Are they all included in this one single grant application this LOCOG is doing?
No.
Okay.
So the SLOCOG grant is for 40 million. Well, I don't know what it's going to be for. That's for curbs, gutters, sidewalks, and flood control across the entire community.
Okay, that's one thing. Okay.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Second project is Oceano 15 project. That's for intersections downtown.
Yes.
I'm not totally clear, but the third project is the Triangle Plaza project, which is already funded.
Yes, we did remember. I remember that last year we did send a letter. You people remember we had a presentation by the grant writer. I don't know who they were, but we wrote a letter of support for redoing Front Street, the sidewalk side. So that to me, I don't understand how. Why are you talking about these whole projects? Is LOCOG in charge of all of them? Or of writing the grants for them?
They're the funders.
They are the funders for all of those projects.
Yeah.
Thank you.
SLOCOG is the funder for all county transportation projects.
Thank you. That's a great help. My next question was, this is the first time I hear you mention Cal Poly being at the meeting. Maybe I missed something. How did the Cal Poly get into the task force on this?
Because they're graduate students in city and regional planning. The 20 advanced graduate students are doing a 4-month-long project in Oceano and community development, land use preference, community needs assessments. And so they provide a opportunity to have more people working to do the work that's necessary to complete the grant and get the application in by June 15th.
Thank you. So the Cal Poly group is the Cal Poly who is working, the Cal Poly group that is working with the Oceano Economic Development Council.
Right, same group.
Same group. So did you reach out to them or to this council, or did the council reach out to you to include them in the first task?
No, I did not reach out to the council. In fact, the council, well, so you know that the council is run by Nick Alter.
Right.
Nick Alter is the executive director. He makes all the decisions. I mean, he's the final decision maker.
And I know you are in that council, you and Alina. So did you suggest to him?
I'm not. I resigned from leadership of that council because I considered it a major conflict of interest. And I was, so I had some other concerns. We're working, so the meeting yesterday was to find where were the overlaps in terms of areas of interest so that we could cooperate. But the OEDC in their nonpartisan role does not want to have an association with the Oceano Advisory Council.
Okay, thank you. But again, did Nick contact you if they could participate? Basically?
No, Nick didn't contact me for them being able to participate.
So how did the Cal Poly group even knew about this task, and how did they get into the meeting? I'm just curious.
Well, they got into the meeting because I've been talking to them about this through the OEDC
Got it.
policy group, policy advisory council, for months.
Got it.
That's how they know about it.
Okay, so they knew about it, and they. Thank you. You answered all my questions.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Charles, is there any, I'm thinking there might be the fourth crossing. There's also something in that whole plan on the crossing at the railroad tracks, because that's also a big hazard point in that whole area. Is that part of the 3 intersections? Or is that a 4th intersection on underneath that or anything?
Yeah, I believe that is kind of the 4th intersection downtown, Karen.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's a whole layout of it in the revitalization plan.
Yeah, yeah.
That actually has a what do you call it? A roundabout.
Roundabout.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
40-foot box in a roundabout. Yeah, really makes me feel secure.
I like roundabouts.
Yeah, I like roundabouts too. I mean, in terms of a traffic calming measure, I think an issue with roundabouts there is those big 18-wheelers that are all coming in there. But they've got that figured out. But if you're interested, and that's so these are options. Nothing has been decided on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
doing a lot of work. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really a very, it's very rewarding. I mean, talking with moms that tear up when they hear that somebody wants to do something for Oceana. It really gives you the understanding of how kind of on an unconscious level, Oceanans feel ignored and not very well taken care of. But everybody's very appreciative.
Well, excuse me, I have my hand up. I didn't wait for the chair to give me permission.
ahead.
I just took it. But this is the first time again, except for Alina telling me something informally during the walk, that you were collecting and contacting people for signatures. Honestly, I knew nothing. I would love to help. I was never asked. And now you come out here and say it would be nice if you helped. Well, I would like to help. So please let me know how I can help. I love walking around my neighborhood and talking to people about this project. I think it is a wonderful thing. I know a lot of people. I taught English as a second language in this community for many years. I lived here for 30 years on this very street. So I think I can collect and inform people. So let me know how I can help. Thank you.
Great. Well, a very specific way you can help is to get a couple of petitions and some few informational flyers, and yeah, start get the we're planning to set up outside the library, outside the post office, outside Central Market. But
Why don't the rest of us know that?
Excuse me?
I don't
Why
know.
don't the rest of us know that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you haven't been reading my emails.
I know nothing about Central Market in the school. Was that info in your emails?
Yeah, it's been that information's been sent out.
So
No.
Lucia, you're not reading the emails either?
No, I
Well,
don't.
Lucia responded and said that she would be happy to do it, but
To
Alina
go to
would
the
be
school
better.
that she just said she knew nothing about?
Yeah, so I don't understand that.
Okay,
No,
I
no.
was like, am I crazy? Perfect, thank you.
No. I responded and said that I wanted to help with the translation. Okay, but I didn't see, but I don't know anything about points of contact or places, but I responded that I want to help with the translation. So you have this petition ready, so I'm going to print it out and pass it out. That's what's the best way to do it. Just print it out and go around, have people sign it on the back of the petition.
Mhm.
The petition being what you sent, asking help for the translation.
No, we're not petitioning to get people to help with translation.
No.
That's
The
not a question.
petition being that email in which you ask the help to translate into Spanish. That's the petition, the actual petition.
Yeah.
I'm really getting confused. I don't know, but I'll.
Okay.
So if you want to circulate a petition and get signatures, that would be very helpful.
So send me the text of the petition, please.
Okay, there's two versions, English and Spanish.
Okay, please send it out, and let us know when you plan to do the collections points in Oceano, because the OBCA can help too. Thank you.
Okay, in defense of Charles, he did send out an email asking who would go help get signatures on the petitions and distribute the literature, the information. And I was the only one that answered, and he said only Aline has answered. And I did go, I think maybe you were busy, that someone, people are busy. They don't answer the emails sometimes because they can't do it on that day or whatever, but he did send out the email. Whether you saw it or not, I don't know. Whether you were busy or not, I don't know.
I missed it.
Yeah. So,
April.
go ahead, April.
My hand is raised up there. Do you not see
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I just wanted to reiterate, I also did not see that. So maybe Lucia and I just missed them on randomly, coincidentally. That seems kind of strange to me. And the second thing is, I think what I understood Lucia was saying was she read the email where you asked for help in translation and she offered to help. And then the next thing she ever saw was it's already done and her offer of help was never taken up. That's what I understood Lucia was saying. That's all.
Mhm. So, okay. So
So please-
Lucia is a great asset because she's like a walker. Boy, can she walk, and she does know people. So we'll just give her some of those information sheets and couple of petitions sheets, and she'll get the signatures on there for sure. I know that. I've
Okay,
walked with Lucia before.
thank you.
So I think that the Oceano 15, I mean, all these projects are awesome, but the Oceano 15 is where I'm like the most hopeful because we got such a positive response at the SLOCOG meeting. And also they, to me, it's like if they don't vote for Oceano getting this money, I don't know how they can look themselves in the mirror because we have a major highway and no crosswalks. We desperately need crosswalks there. Our project should be the one that should get funded because it's the one that's most needed for safety reasons. So I'm very optimistic about it. And I've already started posting it and I'm going to keep on posting it all over social media. And when you see my post, please share it and tell every person that you meet in Oceano, you need to email or call SLOCOG and support the Project 15 for Oceano like yesterday. You need to do this. It needs to be done. It would be, can you imagine that's going to be like a game changer for Oceano. It's going to be awesome to have crosswalks.
I think I had
Okay.
my hand
Yeah,
up,
Karen.
Charles, and then Karen.
Mhm.
I think that this is the right time to mention what Bonnie, who is my alternate from the OBCA in this council, she suggested that we do. She shared it. I don't know how. This is the first time I hear it. It's the first time I present it. She's a great graphic artist. When we did the campaign for closing the beach to the cars, she made postcards that were already addressed. Some of them already had a stamp. They already had a message. All the person had to do was to sign it, and then we would send it out. So she suggested if we want, she could design a postcard in support for these projects. She said, isn't that, Aline, the right time to bring this up? So she said that it would cost about $50. And then we can distribute that to Oceano and get people to sign those and send them to SLOCOG.
Charles,
Um,
or was it Karen next?
Charles.
I think Karen's next.
Oh, I was just going to remind Aileen that Caltrans is going to be paving Highway 1 in the next 2 years, I think. And there has been a commitment at that point for some kind of a crosswalk, I think.
Yes, we know
So
that.
that's not involving this money,
Yeah.
So
if it happens.
mhm. I guess that right now, given that we're about 26 days before the 8th, and a lot of the population that we're dealing with probably, I don't know if a postcard would really make much difference to them in terms of taking it home, signing it, going and getting a stamp and mailing it, maybe so. I'm not too enthused about it, just because I think that we're kind of under the gun And we've got the petitions and out tabling, and people are right there. But if, I'm certainly not against anybody that wants to do that. The Lucia Mar School District just wrote a letter to SLOCOG in support of Oceano number 15, signed by the superintendent of the district, and State Senator John Laird is about 80% there to write a letter specifically supporting Project 15.
Go ahead, Lucia.
Well, now this November date, December 8th, is the deadline only for the next deadline for the project 15. But for the other projects, so I think we would have plenty of time to do it. And maybe it's a job that the OBCA should do it instead of the council. Since Bonnie is an OBCA member, and I think the OBCA can also pay for it. I think we have the fund. So I think that maybe it's something that we could do to kind of relieve the council and do what we can. So the council doesn't have to do anything. And so I suggested that to the OBCA that we get it done. It's gonna take a day for Bonnie to do the postcard. And we would pay also for the stamps and see what we can do.
So it would not be for the Oceano for the December 8th thing. It would be for the larger curb gutters and sidewalks across the entire community.
Well, I don't know, but we will talk about it in the OBCA. I think that we can do a bunch, maybe just 20, 30 for the December 8th, and then do the others later. Something like that.
April wants to speak.
April, go ahead, April.
Lucia, I have $50 for the OBCA, however they want to use it for that endeavor. I fully support it and I have $50 behind it.
What? You what? You're gonna give $50 to the OBCA?
OBCA for this, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, April.
You're welcome. It's for Oceano.
Karen has
Hi,
her.
Karen.
I just wonder how effective a pile of postcards that have the same message are going to be landing on SLOCOG's desk, maybe having to process each one of them. I don't know. I don't know how they would be. My question is how they would be received at the other end. I know from this end, it's an endeavor that seems really positive, but I don't know. You know, petitions are kind of one thing, you kind of expect them, but a whole pile of postcards. I don't, you know, I just question it.
I would say receiving none is worse than receiving a pile of them. That's my opinion.
Okay,
I think I'm next, and then Lucia.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So I would, I don't think it's necessary, I mean, at this point, to be sending postcards to SLOCOG about the $40 million grant. SLOCOG is already agreed that they're writing the grant, so we've won that. There may be a reason down the line, but that reason isn't evident now. I would like the courtesy of being able to proof any copy or card before it goes out as the chair of the task force.
Go ahead, Lucia.
If the OBCA does it, I don't think you need to see it.
Oh, yes, I do. This is the Oceano Advisory Council Task Force.
No, you don't. If the OBCA wants to send out postcards, you don't need to see them. But I take your suggestion that maybe we should send them maybe who is in charge, who really is going to vote on that December 8th? Who is are the county, the supervisors, right? I mean, so maybe we could send them to the supervisors instead of SLOCOG.
supervisors are SLOCOG.
Right, so the
They're part of
supervisor,
children.
The individual supervisors, you're
so we
saying.
can send them to our individual supervisors. That means that not any one of them is gonna receive a huge pile, they're gonna receive a few, just to remind them and to make a point, and the message is gonna be very simple. Support Project 15, that's it. And I'm thinking, and anyway, if the OBCA decided, I think this is the end of the discussion here.
Oh, no, it's the beginning of the discussion. This is not acceptable to me,
What?
that you would not be cooperative with the OAC and the leaders of who are putting this together. And you're going to unilaterally do some visual postcard with a message that you're sending out, and you don't want to, and you're refusing to let our council see it before you send it out.
I just told you that, and I think you're just making a big deal out of nothing, and that you are being totally controlling. I told you that the message is going to be support, please support Project Oceano 15, period. Well, you think you want to see every single cent? I mean, come on, it's going to say support, and that's it. Support Project 15. What do you think I'm going to write on that?
I don't know, but I'd like to look at it, and I'd like to see what the visual is.
Stop it. You're being controlling.
No, it's not controlling. I'm being appropriate. And this is our task force, and we welcome support, but not support that we don't have any input on.
Can I please interject very briefly?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to point out that when we solicited through Facebook, through Oceano Forum, through all these various places, and we asked the community to write letters on behalf, at no point did we say it had to run through Charles first. So where is this coming from? If the OBCA wants to support a project, that's the OBCA's choice to make, Charles,
Really?
period.
Thank you, April. That's it. We want support, and we will have our own way, and you don't have to see what we're going to do.
But you know, on the positive side of all that, I know Bonnie's work. She takes pride in her work. She's a good, I believe, a great graphic artist, and I'm sure it'll be very nice. But it would be nice if, I'm sure she'll probably change her mind and share what it's going to look like.
Why wouldn't you want to share? Why do you make it into a control issue rather than appropriate collaboration and team building? This is how you take it, Lucia. This is not
No, that's how you are taking it, Charles. That's how you are taking it, not me. You
Karen?
started this. I
Okay,
was just offering to.
Lucia, I think Karen was next, and it's like, I don't see us.
I was just gonna say that you people are in the minutia.
I agree.
We need to move some political people in San Luis Obispo. They're gonna vote on this.
So give them
Okay,
notices that we
they
have.
don't like, okay, to begin with, the people who are voting on this, some of them like this organization, some of them don't. So you already need to kind of tiptoe. You know, there's lots of ways to motivate people, but I don't know that this is the correct way. I'm really supportive that Charles has got politicians, he's got people from outside supporting this. But this little faction, you know, my name is partly mud already.
What faction, Karen? I'm sorry.
Faction. Okay, Lynn Compton is going to be making the decision.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, so
Oh,
you're saying she doesn't like the OBCA, so if she receive a postcard,
she refused to give you any money.
no, but the postcards will be sent by people. It's not going to say OBCA. We never.
But it's going to be from them. I'm just saying, think a little more and fight less.
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I retreat to what I said. We will talk about it. And
We don't have time to talk much about it.
Yeah. Let's just drop this whole conversation, whatever OBCA decides to do or not to do.
It will
is
be
really
the
OBCA's
OBCA.
I
business.
move that the OAC makes no decision and makes no postcards themselves and drops this subject as of this time. I
Thank
make
you.
that motion.
I second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. All righty, next, so we still are on the same agenda item. Want to continue, we got on this little side topic of the agenda, so of the topic, so do we want to, are we done speaking about curb gutters and sidewalks?
Would be up to Mr. Charles.
I am.
I think I am too. It's like, we just need to tell all our neighbors, everyone we know, that they need to email or call Slow Cog in support of Oceano 15 project, and I will be sharing on social media. You should share with everyone if you're on social media also. We need this. I know Vaco is sending a letter of support, so we got the other advisory council that's also going to support it. And the more people and the more agencies, the better. Thank you, Charles, for all your work. Thank you, Lucia, for whatever you decide to do, if at all, with the OBCA. Okay, next we got the response to the OAC on the Pier Avenue planning letter. Have we gotten anywhere with that?
No, Chair, Charles and I were supposed to get together and prepare a draft and something, and it never happened. I think Charles is very busy with the other stuff, very busy. So we didn't do anything. However, the OBCA sent also a letter inviting, and State Parks just sent us the
Okay,
same.
you can give that report at the OBCA report.
Well, no, but it has to do with this.
Oh.
The letter says exactly what he told the council the first time. We don't want to see anybody. We are going to tell you when we are going to ready to talk about this. So I'm afraid that if we write another letter to State Parks, we're going to get the same answer. So I wonder if it's even worth it. But if we still think that we are supposed to do it, then I will make a commitment. And again, Charles and I can get together and try to figure this out.
Okay. All right, so you're still working on it and thinking about it. Okay,
Yeah, we're still, nothing has happened on that front.
okay. Next we got OAC fundraising and anonymous donations. So does anyone want to start that conversation?
Well, I started a fundraiser.
Mhm.
Aline and I started a fundraiser. The truth is, Aline came to my house and said, I want to start a GoFundMe campaign. Give me the number of the bank account. So we got together and we actually figured out how to set it up, and we set it up. So we do have a fundraiser. You want me to talk about it now or during the treasurer's report?
Talk about it now. It's on the agenda.
Okay, so basically, there are two issues. We already collected some money, just, friends, Charles and Arlena and Bonnie and myself. I only gave $5, it was a test. And then, so we already collected about $160. Let me tell you just three things. Number one, GoFundMe takes about 3%. No, 0.3%. No, 3%, which is not much. Out of $165 other dollars that we collected, we got most of it, 160. So that's 3% they get for fees. The next thing is I could not set it up. I can't figure it out. For the money to go, the money goes into our account every 3 days. Every 3-4 days, they put the money into the account. I don't have to do anything. And they send me balance. I couldn't, unfortunately, set it up to go directly into our business account because we are not really a proper nonprofit, so we do not have a tax ID number. So
Yes,
if I
we do.
Yes, we do.
a tax ID number, I thought we had a some other number. I'm sorry. Okay,
It's
we
an
do.
EIN number. EIN.
That's the EIN.
Mhm.
Okay, then I'll try that. I don't know if I have it in my papers. Do I have that number in my papers? Do you can recall?
Yes.
Okay, then I rather much to do that so that I don't have to keep track of my account and put it in there. Thank
Now
you.
we've commingled funds.
Excuse me?
I said, now we've commingled funds.
I didn't catch.
I
I
said,
didn't-
I asked, so we commingled funds then?
We commingle funds?
Yes. We've commingled a person's funds with the OAC's funds. Is that what we're saying?
Right now, I set it up that it goes into my bank account.
Then
And
that's the very definition of commingling.
okay, and then I
Okay.
write a check, but I want to change that because I had no idea that we did have a tax ID number. So I will change them immediately tomorrow.
That was a
Okay.
huge conversation we had meetings ago. Huge conversation we had
About what?
about the fact that we have a tax ID number, but we cannot be a 501c3. And I explained all of that. We have a letter from the IRS that is in your documents.
I think
That
where
is
the
their tax ID
confusion,
number.
I think where this is coming from is that when it asked on the box, are you a nonprofit? We didn't check it and maybe we should have.
We're not a nonprofit.
We're like a
We do
strange
not
animal.
check it.
No, we are
We are
not a
not a
nonprofit.
nonprofit,
We
so
are
you would have
not
checked
a
it.
nonprofit.
I know.
You couldn't have opened a bank account, Lucia, if you didn't have a tax ID number. That's how that works. Like, you know, the OAC couldn't have even opened a bank account if it didn't
No,
have.
I knew we have a number, but I wasn't sure. I thought
So
that was
Didn't know
just,
we had a number. Okay.
I thought that was a, okay, I was confused.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I will change it immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other two things I wanted to say about this fundraiser is that in the last version, we had put at the beginning that the organizer was Lucia Casalenuovo, just because I was doing the work and I put down my name. And some feedback was, no, that's not good because it looks like, I don't remember the words, but there wasn't, somebody had a problem with that. So I changed it. And now the fundraiser says the OAC is collecting money for the OAC. Well, then I looked at it again and it seems to me actually that it would be much better because at the name of the organizer is different from the name of the cause. The OAC is the cause. So actually, and the program itself prompts me to say, put names of real people with real faces. Example, if we put Lucia, Lynn, Charles, April, Clark, Michael, whoever are raising money for the Oceana Council, then we would solve the problem of number one, the Oceana Council doesn't have to take responsibility for the fundraisers. And then we who organize are accepting anonymous donations, and then we give that money to the OAC. But I'm just telling you what the options are. So we can either do it that somebody's organizing it for the council, or that the council itself is organizing it for the council. Those are the options. Okay, so that's all I had to report.
I am not interested in having my name on something like that, because if we're organizing it, we're responsible for the accounting of it, and we're also responsible to the IRS and to Fair Political Practices and whoever else wants to attack us. And that
Okay,
is a very, very, very bad idea in my view.
okay.
And I don't want my name on it.
No, of course not, if you don't want it. So should we leave it just the OAC is organizing the fundraiser for the OAC?
I don't know, we never voted on it, so whatever
Okay.
you want to do.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Do we even want to have these fundraisers? As I say, I can push a button and delete it immediately. So I'm sorry. And you know, Aline, you need to take responsibility too. We did it together.
Yeah,
So
I don't
do
have
not-
an issue. I don't have an issue with it. I
Oh,
don't
do
need that.
not blame me. We thought it was a
No,
good
no,
idea.
no, I'm not. I'm just thinking that, I'm trying to think how this happened, and I think it's because it gave options, and I think we should have checked nonprofit, even though we know we're not a nonprofit, so that it would take us to not having to putting in that ID where it's supposed to. Us not picking a box, I think, was caused the confusion. Anyways, but that's besides the point. I'm trying to think. I kind of like my name on there, to be honest with you, because I think, oh, Aleen's organizing it, so whoever knows me is might give me something, 20 bucks, whatever. Because they know that I love Oceano, and I'm out there working my ass off for Oceano. I kind of like the fact that to include my name on it. Or maybe it just be my name.
You're an elected official and you're responsible to the Fair Political Practices Organization. And you really can't do that. I don't believe. Because you remember, you're an elected official of the Oceana Community Service District. So I can see lots of conflict between, especially you and I, in getting involved in all of this. And I don't know until you get some kind of clarification, maybe talk to Jeff Minery or something, because I think we're treading onto some ground that gets you in trouble. Anyway, that's just, I'm no attorney. I've had some experiences before.
Yeah, we could, I guess, I can talk to Jeff Minery about it.
What do you
Maybe
think?
that's the best
April?
part. That maybe that's what we should start by talking to him. We really haven't raised that much money, 165, and it's all from mostly
All from us.
from us.
Oh, well, but it's
So-
an easy way. April and Charles have their hands
Yeah,
up.
go ahead, April. I mean, Charles, you were next, I believe.
Okay.
Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, I don't think it's a conflict. The OCSD is an elected office. OAC are volunteers that were nominated within the group to serve, and we are nonprofit. I mean, we're not a 501c3. We're not legally nonprofit, and we have been defunded. So we need to raise money to operate. So I think the GoFundMe thing is a fine way to do it. Because it just provides a medium for people to put money in, and it's easy to publicize it. Aleen, and I don't think people's names should be on it, other than the OAC. And Aleen or anybody that wants to reach out to their friends with the link to the fundraiser and say, hey, would really appreciate you putting some money in there. Or for my birthday, would you please give a gift to the Oceano Advisory Council?
Oh,
I did that for Surfrider through Surfrider for my birthday, and got almost $1,000. It blew my mind.
Nice.
So that's the way that you can promote it individually.
hey, April.
A couple things. First off, I wanted to point out, Karen, I don't understand why you don't have a problem with Lynn Compton having a GoFundMe for a family up in Napomo, and Lynn Compton's an elected official and she's raising money for something she believes in. So I'm not quite sure why there's a disconnect on those two things. Second, the Oceano Advisory Council is not part of the FPPC, so they don't have the same restrictions that an actual elected official has. Secondly, while we currently are in-house appointed to these positions, we again aren't elected like an OCSD member. If we move to that choice where we move to elections, we're not the same way that people are elected the way that an OCSD member is elected or a supervisor is elected. It's different. So again, we're still not subject to the FPPC. My accounting hat on, we need to bifurcate. Either a person is collecting money that that person will then give to the Oceano Advisory Council, and the money that they're collecting goes into their personal bank account, like if Aleen wanted to do that, or the OAC collects money and it goes directly into the OAC bank account and no commingling. That's my accountant's hat.
Thank you, April.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Free advice.
Mhm. And I'm still gonna run it through Jeff Minery, just because I am part of the OCSD.
You're an elected official.
Yes, so I just want
No,
to make,
you're on a different organization.
It has a personal life and is
Excuse
part of an
me.
organization that is not part of the
no,
OCSD.
it's not, but
Yeah.
I
I
just
know.
So people, what should we do now with the problem with the bank account? I'm really sorry I screwed up. Again, I'm just,
You just go in there and you change the bank account.
okay.
Go
I'm
in there.
gonna try to do as soon as I can tonight. Now, excuse me, I have to go and change it right now. I feel terrible now. I'm kidding.
Okay. So
I'll change it tonight. If I can, if I can. Yeah.
all right, so then also part of this topic is the anonymous donations, and we kind of tabled it because we didn't got nowhere last time. So
Well, because you're right, there is the option in the donations for people to remain anonymous.
yeah, so we kind of tabled it last time, so do we want to continue the anonymous? Have we slept on it and thought about it? Go ahead, Charles.
So I didn't see that there's an option to be anonymous in terms of who donated the money. I checked the box that I did not want my name to be made public. But it's right there on the record. You can see that I donated, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So excuse me, Charles, you chose, no, I don't want my name to be made public.
Correct.
But I did receive a note from, and I sent you a thank you note. Okay, good. Thank you for clarifying that.
Mhm.
So it shows up as anonymous on the, when you look at it, but on our side, it doesn't show as anonymous. Oh,
You know who donated the money.
yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
April wants to talk.
go ahead, April.
Okay, thank you, Charles. That was a perfect question and what I also wanted to know, and that makes a big difference in my opinion of this whole concept. So if we're going to allow people with a public face to be anonymous, I'm okay with that. If we're going to allow people to make an anonymous donation that the OAC doesn't know who they are, then I'm not okay with that. Just as I wasn't okay previously, that's still my stand on that. But I will only be okay with this if when the donations come in and the OAC knows what they are, that is part of the treasurer's report, that the OAC knows who donated this money, because I would like to have the with information to decide, well, I do not, if I don't know, somebody who's like completely egregious that I just do not align with them at all, I would at least have the knowledge to say, nope, I'm not interested. It will have a private meeting, whatever. I want it on record that I don't agree with this, or I quit. But if we're taking money from, I don't even want to put out a name, Charles Manson, that we can all agree we don't want money from Charles Manson, then I want the ability to know that we got money from Charles Manson. That's as an OAC member. That's what, I don't know how to rectify that, but that's what I would like us to think about.
Okay.
So it seems to me that I would like to conclude the topic of the fundraiser with a vote. So there is not any more question. So I would like to motion that whether we keep these, that we do a GoFundMe fundraiser.
A second.
Discussion.
I thought we were in the middle of a discussion. I'm so confused.
She had just motioned to make this formal, she motioned to start, to set up the, to continue with the GoFundMe, make it
Right.
a vote. And I
And we were in
second.
the middle of discussing our thoughts on it. And so are we voting on it and discussions?
We're doing
over?
discussion now. We can do discussion.
Okay.
Discussion.
Well, I already said what I had to say, so.
We
Go ahead,
haven't
Kim.
decided on anonymous, for sure.
Lucia?
But No.
Your hand's up still. so
no, sorry.
I don't see, I think I don't see April's, but I see yours a lot because you have a dark background in the back and hers is lighter, real bright. Okay,
We-
so,
We opened a motion that didn't say anything about anonymous though. So why, I'm confused. I thought we were voting on whether we were taking anonymous donations.
we were
I thought that was
discussing,
what we were talking about.
that, yes, but then Lucia just thought, oh, we never voted, and she's like, we need to
Right.
make this formal.
But
Yeah,
we, yeah,
I think, and then we can vote on the anonymous after that. That's what I had in mind.
I don't think they go in that order. Personally, we need to know if we want anonymous donations, yes or no. And if we are okay with anonymous donations, then do we want to utilize GoFundMe or other outsources to raise money?
She wants to do it that order. Is that-
Fine.
Whatever order you want, I'm just saying that made more sense to me.
Fine. So I withdraw my motion. Okay, so I motion that we do not take anonymous donations.
I second that.
All those in favor?
I,
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 Aye.
Okay. That passes.
okay. And now I motion that we continue with the GoFundMe campaign
as the OAC or as an individual
as a OAC. Yes,
directly into the OAC banking account.
yes. And if I can't do that, it won't happen, of course. If we vote, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
I second. Third.
April seconds. All those, should we do roll call or
No.
yeah,
all those in
I'm in favor.
favor?
I
Aye.
I would like to say that the wording on the GoFundMe site, it's great. Whatever compilation of whatever Charles has written and you guys, I don't know how it came about. Love it. Love the wording on it.
Great.
Okay, thank you.
Charles is responsible for it. I just took out,
Fantastic.
I took out a couple of things about Compton that I corrected, but yeah, Charles did it.
Oh, well,
Thank
then
you.
whatever I saw originally is the one I love. Because I haven't seen it if you've edited it since then.
Okay. All right. So are we now done with this topic? I think we are.
Yay.
So next on our agenda, we have the beautification award continuation. We discussed this before, but never. I think we tabled it because Karen was going to come back with some ideas and couldn't find them. So it's
couldn't-
still a great idea to do this. I don't know who wants to start discussion. I still think it's a great idea, and I don't think we need, all we need, I think, is a really nice certificate.
and a sign,
Mm-hmm.
sign that somebody could put in their yard for a month. Traveling sign.
That's about it,
Yeah,
right?
kind of like the chamber does or something like that, recognition of this
Yeah.
is the monthly award winner of the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
I think that's all we need, and then make a big deal about it when someone wins. Put it on put it all over social media.
Okay.
Maybe call a newspaper, I guess.
I'm willing to mock up a certificate of some sort. I kind of started to do that before, and then that's when Karen said that she was going to look and see if she had something. So I will revisit that and come up with a award certificate of some sort. I don't know about the traveling sign. I'm not that good. I just can mock up a document, a PDF or something. And then maybe an application form for either us to submit someplace or other places, people to submit what they would like in there, kind of get a little more community involvement with it.
Mhm.
I can maybe mock up a sign.
Okay,
Oh,
figure
nice.
out, you know, Oceano Advisory Committee, Home Beautiful, blah, 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 blah. some-
Correct. Beautification award.
Yeah.
Recipient of the month or something,
Yeah.
or
Award.
quarter. We may just want to start out quarterly at this point and not burn through all the options so fast.
Well, there's a lot of nice places in Oceano.
Yeah, there are. There,
You can-
so maybe if we don't get a lot of submissions, we just start naming our own places and
Yeah.
get the ball rolling for
Yeah,
sure.
you don't just, you see somebody that's
Yeah.
tore up their yard and fix it up and it's really good.
Yeah.
Submit it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I like it. I think that some other places really, because they have all the advertising, marketing, campaign, knowledge and a multi-million-dollar marketing company behind them, they've been having such a great presence online that we don't have, and interaction with the community that we don't have, that I think this would be a good way to get our name out there in a positive way, low impact, not really much on us to do.
That's true. And it's something that's very positive that makes the person who put, all this time and money into fixing whatever, feel
Absolutely.
good.
Great.
that it's
the
noticed.
OAC and the
Appreciate it.
OAC used to do it monthly.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Back in the day?
Back in the day. Yeah, we did it every month.
So I move that we move forward with the plan on creating a beautification award. And the next step is to create the certificate and the application form by April, the person, not the month. And Karen will work on a sign and we will get back on this working committee.
That's us.
Good, I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Hi.
Okay, that's great. Awesome. Okay, next on our agenda, we have the updates and action items, and that would be update on everything like Facebook, webpage, GoFundMe. So we kind of did the GoFundMe already. I got the update on the Facebook page. I got together with April and we were able to add myself and Charles, I believe. Also, I think Charles is already part of it. Did you have time, Charles, to accept April's invitation to befriend her or whatever it was?
He's not there.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
I have not received a friend request yet.
Aline.
Well, she sent, I know have you looked in your Facebook notifications?
Yeah, I'm looking at my friend request right now. I have one from Lucy Ryan. That's it.
It wouldn't be a friend request. It would be, I don't know if it was through, how did you get yours, Aline? Was it through an email or was it through a notification? You've been asked to join a page.
It
or
was
something?
through my Facebook notifications.
Yeah, it wasn't a friendship request, Charles.
Yeah,
I was
it's
able to figure out how to
notification.
do it without doing that. But it should be some notification in your Facebook that says you've been invited to join this page or group or whatever.
Yeah.
I did it at the same time I did Aline's and she got hers, and on Facebook it shows, Aline saw it, that it said pending next to your name for the invitation.
Yeah. So it would be, you would have to scroll down, Charles, because it's not going to be on 2 days. It would be on the,
Oh, yeah, it was,
yeah.
what day did we get together? Tuesday?
Yeah. I think
Monday
it
or
was
Tuesday?
Tuesday. I got together with Lucia on Monday, so it would be Tuesday. So you
Okay.
go on Tuesdays,
Yeah.
This
notification.
would be under messages.
Should be, yeah.
Okay.
Not under messages, under notifications. Don't you get notifications on your Facebook?
No, not really.
I mean, it's,
I don't really message or
no,
anything.
no, it just sends you like someone's birthday.
Alert, yeah. Notifications.
Nope, I don't even have a category to click on that says notifications. I have Messenger.
no,
So let's not spend time trying to figure this out.
yeah.
Maybe Aline can go to your house or look on a computer with you and show you how she
Find
did
it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's on there. I saw it said pending. It's pending your response. So if you go on, if you're on your computer, Charles, right now, the notification symbol or whatever is a little bell.
Uh-huh.
And you click on that bell and that opens up notifications. And then you just keep on scrolling down to where it says earlier and
And
down.
so how many days ago was this?
This was Tuesday.
Yeah, so there's no notification here.
Well, I don't know.
Sorry.
Could you click on the bell?
Yeah, I've got all my notifications are listed here from the newest one was a week ago, it says. So I don't know, it didn't come through.
Well, that's weird. Because I did see that it said pending on her.
Like I
side.
said, let's not spend any more meeting time.
Move forward if we can, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so anyways, I was able to become an admin, and Charles should soon in the near future be an admin. And I did post our meeting on there, and I shared it, and I also requested people to like it. In order for it does very little good, or how would you say, in order to get the complete benefit of having a Facebook, you have to invite people to like your Facebook page. When you see it on your feed, you have to share it, and you have to click like and hearts and more hearts and likes and share it all over the place. Do it at least 3-4 times for the first week that you are an admin, and that you notice this page that you liked and want people to become part of. Otherwise, it doesn't do us as much benefit as we could. We're not getting the whole bang. Social media depends on likes, hearts, shares, and more shares, and having those people putting up their please share. Don't just share it. Tell your friends, please share this. We want traffic. We want people to know who we are.
Which is why it was really frustrating when I was making those pages about our meetings and stuff and no one shared them. So it was literally like I typed one hand clapping out on Facebook.
So I did invite various people to like on our Facebook page, and they did. I got responses from some of those people. So now they will get notifications every time that there is something new put on our Facebook page. It'll notify them because they liked it, and so now they get notified and they'll see. Even if they're just curious, we'll see what the OAC is up to.
And even though we don't have an IG account, I do screen capture those posts that you've been making, Aline, and sharing them on Instagram. So like the post that had the English and Spanish version of the notice thing that you just did, I took a screenshot of the Spanish version, posted it up on Instagram, and wrote share to everybody who follows me on Instagram so that Spanish people could start seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, and I've been sharing on all social media, different pages, 4 pages, Oceano pages, Charles and our stuff now, because we need to step up our game on social media on every single, not just, every single social media place and page that we can find, we need to be there. So that's that on Facebook. Is there any other updates that someone would like to contribute to? No? Okay. And next we got the treasurer's report. It'll be Lucia.
Okay, dear council members, I became the treasurer. I paid at the mailbox for another year, $134. I deposited $100, which Alina and Charles earned when they did a presentation on environmental justice at a Cayuco gathering. So plus the $165 from the fundraiser. So as of per today, we have a balance of $754.
Well, that's not bad.
I'm done.
Cool.
Um,
Go ahead, Charles.
Well, yeah, that's good. I just think we need to, can we talk about the website? I'm sorry, after Lucia's report.
Oh, did you want to, that was the
After
update.
Lucia's report, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, well, yeah, we could do that. So we're fine with Lucia. Any more discussion on Lucia's report?
Questions? No, finished.
I have no questions, so I guess Charles forgot to mention something on the updates on the website, so he'd like to talk about that. Go ahead, Charles.
Okay, thank you. So I'm in the process of trying to learning how to add things to the website. You know, I have some time tomorrow. I'm going to be working on it, but I'd like to make a motion that we allocate $200 to pay James Sofranco to do some updates on the webpage.
And what updates would that be, Charles? Do you
I
like?
don't know. I just know that we need assistance because our webpage is starting to fall out of currency because none of us know how to put up stuff.
Go ahead, April.
I just wanted to see if we could, I'm totally for paying money for a professional to do that, because trust me, I know, Charles, I understand it's not the easiest thing to do. So, but my question is, I would rather we know what we're spending our money on. Is this for an X amount of time? Is this for services done to date? I just don't know. So that's all I'm asking is, could we kind of have an idea of what the money's going for, or how long it will stretch for? And then we can, like, is this now? And then in a month, do we need another 200? That's all I'm asking, is kind of a better understanding of the expense of it all. But I am fully in support of giving the guy some money. He's earned it. Not even giving it, he earned it, or he will earn it.
Go ahead, Charles.
But I don't have any specifics. I just think we you know, if something comes up and we need to get something up there, then we need to pay somebody to do it. I don't know what that would be. I mean, I'd like to have a great big, on our homepage, a great big banner, a big picture of Aline standing in front of the table with the big Sidewalks para Oceano Advisory Council banner with a whole lot of, you know, moms and kids standing around that are signing thing, or kids all standing behind the table, a great picture of that, and then some narrative about December 8th.
I think we all want that for sure.
Oh, that would be great. Yes, that's something we need. That's something that the
Right, well, I
$200
can't do that. And, you know, so I don't know. I mean, so I think there's some trust asked here to like that, you know, it's like, if, I don't know if you're suggesting that I would need to go to James, get him to give me a cost estimate and an invoice and all of that, and then come back to another meeting to get that approved.
Can I
That means it's
rephrase
gonna-
then? Can I rephrase then to maybe help? I think what I actually would like to say is that we would offer a $200 retainer, and then you and him or the group works out, well, how much does he charge per hour? So that we know how far $200 goes, that's all. So that there's kind of an accounting or I already trust him. We all trust him. He's doing a fantastic job. It's not about that at all. It's just about fiscal responsibility. So I would just ask, could we call it a $200 retainer and then find out what we get for $200? That's all.
That's
What
fine.
is, excuse me, what is a retainer? What did you say? April?
I said retainer, yes.
And what does that mean?
Like when you pay an attorney a retainer, you're paying for future work being done with an agreement already in place. But we don't have that agreement in place yet, but I'm willing to offer a retainer and then get an agreement in place.
Well,
Yeah.
I think a while ago we did already discuss that, of course, changes are needed, updates are needed, new documents needed to be added. And I think we had discussed, maybe not voted, that we would make a list of changes that we wanted to make, of jobs that he wanted to do, like 1, put a picture like that, 2, update the grant, 3, do this, 4, and then ask and then give him that list. And I remember we had said, and once in a while, when we feel like right now, if we had a specific list of things that need to be done, we can give that to him. But so I would like to be specific about the things, because we also decided that we wanted to see the changes that would be made to the website. So we wanted to approve the changes. So I would like to see a list, formally or informally, doesn't matter, of things that you think need to be changed or added. And then, of course, we would pay him whatever he needs, whatever he wants.
Oh, sort of like I'd like to see what OBCA is going to send out about curbs, gutters, and sidewalks.
Except we have control over the OAC and not
Nothing to do.
OBCA.
Nothing
oh,
to do
No,
with
it's
it.
not control.
Okay.
It's just
What
When
courtesy.
it comes to you, Charles, it is control.
It's just,
We did it.
it's just courtesy.
okay, you know what? Excuse me, it's just, this is not.
Yes, sorry. I
decided-
apologize. I
We
apologize.
decided that we
So,
wanted to
do we
see-
want to change the motion to reword it a $200 retainer? Or what do we want to do?
Yeah.
Anyone want to
$200
make a motion?
here, yes, I make a motion that we that we retain James Sofranco for $200 of services.
Second,
Who seconded? April?
Karen,
Karen? All those in favor?
I
Aye. Aye.
I would like to know what it's gonna be spent on, so a bill after the fact, even something, that's what I'm asking for. So yes, but again, some record, some reconciliation.
I'm
something
sure
to-
he'll send us something.
And
He's
that
very
in the
professional.
future, we know that first, and then we approve spending money, but I'm totally okay with us spending money first now to get some work done, because it is important, absolutely.
Yeah, and he's good about his record
Yeah,
keeping and
It's
stuff.
fantastic. He's
He
awesome.
will send us that. I
Yes.
trust him, and that's a good thing that he can be trusted. You have your hand up, Lucia?
Yes, because in fact, I'm very upset that Mr. Varney brought back up that old issue which we had dropped. That is- And I need to say this. We did discuss in previously that we all want to see the changes that are being made to the website. And it has nothing to do with control. It has to do with knowing what's happening in our website. And I'm not asking that. I want to know what changes needs to be made and what changes will be made. I have no say on Facebook. I don't do Facebook. And I don't discuss and not argue anything. And I would like to know what changes and what documents needed to be updated. And it's just, and as I said, it can just be, and it can just be some suggestion that Charles has some ideas. Because I might have some ideas too of what I want on the website. And so maybe I would like to add that to that list of something that I want to see on that website. So it has nothing to do with controlling. And this is what the OBCA does is OBCA's business. But what we put on our website, it's our business. Thank you for listening. And I feel like I really don't want to be part of this anymore. It's bullshit.
I'm sorry, Lucia, I understand.
It's bullshit.
I understand.
Mr. Varney thinks that whatever he doesn't control is not good. That's what it is.
I agree.
You can't control the postcards. Come on.
I said I would like the courtesy of being able to see them.
And I'm
before
leaving
they're
this
set out.
meeting right now because you brought it back up.
Well, this will be great on YouTube. Nice job.
Is it all of us, Charles, or is it you?
It's not me. I'm asking for a courtesy of having an opportunity to review something that another organization's sending out about a task force that is key to what we're doing right now. That's not controlling. That's appropriate.
Can people see me or hear me?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, because I see like, I don't see you or anybody else.
Looks like everybody else left. You're muted.
Did they say they were leaving?
No, I don't know what they did. They just left. You're muted again.
Well, I know that I lost connection. And I went on my phone. And I got connection through my phone right now, but I don't think they should have lost connection.
I don't know. I don't know what they did or what happened, but they're not here anymore.
Did they leave when I left right away?
Yeah, it seemed like it all happened. I don't know. Lucia was screaming bullshit.
Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe they thought it was inappropriate. So are we being recorded right now? We are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we're in the meeting. Mhm. Yeah, it's all there.
Okay, so I think we should wait a couple more minutes and see what happens.
Let's just end this thing.
Yeah, let's just edit. Okay,
All right.
so we'll end the Oceana Advisory Council meeting.
Move to adjourn.
Move to adjourn, I second. All those in favor, aye, and more aye. Nothing happened, maybe, I don't know, maybe because all right, it could have been that something like disconnected, you know, a
I mean,
satellite.
the meeting's still up and going right here.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. Okay, all right, bye, Charles.
Bye-bye, Elaine.